on YouTube if this tool is working correctly. I'm James Brierton, letting you know that the sun is coming out here in South Charlotte. I am at Reedy Creek Park, not too far from where Charlotte meets Matthews. And just in the last 20 or 30 minutes or so, what were just a wall of clouds, that classic wedge, that cold air damming that we've seen so much this winter, began to give way, began to erode, and now we've got some blue sky, we've got some sun coming out here in Charlotte, and this line has been slowly working its way, trying to clear from south to north. So in places right now like Columbia, and making your way down towards the coast where they've had more sun today. You may already know this depending on where you are. Temperatures are in the upper 70s, 80 degrees. Now here in Charlotte, we're still technically at about 55, 56 degrees, but it already feels warmer now that the sun is out. So the question for us will be, how much sun can we keep? Can we cross the 60-degree mark today? And if we can do the same thing tomorrow, can we get into the 70s here in Charlotte? It's going to be that classic wedge setup. Let me know where you are, what you're seeing. Jennifer says, yippee, I don't blame you. That's the same deal. We've got some other spam things coming into chat because it wouldn't be the internet if we weren't. So I'm curious to know where you are and whether you've got sun or clouds. And then we can play the temperature game from there. But, you know, we have seen so much in terms of the cold air damming, the CAD, the wedge, whatever you want to call it this winter. I know our friends in Greensboro have had it even worse here in Charlotte. I've seen a lot of jokes of late that a lot of this winter for many of us didn't mean snow. It meant clouds and wedge, and reminded me of my time growing up on Long Island in New York, where you got a lot of clouds there too, a lot of cold winter days, and very similar to that. Okay, Beverly, you're in Clover, South Carolina. You got clouds. You're not too far from me. Hopefully you'll get a little peak of sun coming on through. Hickory, cold and clouds. That sounds right, Jennifer. I don't know if the wedge is going to be able to break enough up there in the foothills today to get you any of this sun, but we'll have another chance tomorrow. It was so beautiful earlier in the week. I don't know about you guys, but I had to dig out my allergy meds because as I was going out and about earlier in the week when we had that first round of 70s, at least here in Charlotte, it got the impression that the plants were getting excited about it too. And you can kind of see it even here in the park. Little tiny buds breaking out on the trees. And that's always what gets me every year. It's the tree pollen. So I figured instead of waiting for the walls of green fog to start emerging, I would try to get ahead of it. Take a look at the pond here at Reedy Creek Park. It is a completely different day than when we set out just 2 hours ago. The sun makes all of the difference. Linda checking in from Lenore on YouTube, telling us it is warm there. That is good to hear. That is good to hear. Appreciate you checking us out on YouTube. That is one of our priority channels here at the Carolina Weather Group, and appreciate you subscribing and watching us there. We have a cool announcement coming up tomorrow. You'll get it here on Facebook and on YouTube. Also, if you subscribe to our podcast, we did an interview earlier in the week with the National Weather Service in Columbia, South Carolina. We got something pretty cool in the works with them that we're going to be announcing tomorrow. So like, subscribe, you know the deal, hit the bell, all that ridiculous social stuff. So when we put that up tomorrow as a Sunday night extra, you'll be able to know it's going to be something that you all can participate in no matter where you are in the Carolinas, no matter where your weather skill sets, comfort level knowledge is. We have a cool event coming up with them we'll be telling you about tomorrow. So again, I'm hoping that as many of you as possible can get in on what is, look at this. It's blue behind me. It's still pretty cloudy back behind me. Beverly's saying she just checked outside, 55.8 degrees there in Clover. And that's not too different than where we were right before the sun started coming out here in Charlotte. We had 55 degrees about half an hour ago. According to my watch, we're at 57 now. Now, that's not taking necessarily an observation where I'm standing. It's going to probably be getting that from some weather bug or some at-home weather station not too far from where I am. Hoping to see the sun. I'm hoping you see the sun there too, Beverly, in not too long. It makes all of the difference. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for some spring. I'm over the cloudy, cold winter that we've been having. Our new episode earlier this week that premiered, believe it or not, less than 100 days out from the start of the tropical season. We caught up with the hurricane hunters, the Air Force Reserve. You may recall from some previous shows we've done about this really cool aviation unit that they fly into hurricanes straight through the eye of the storm to get observations that we can't get otherwise. We have satellites, we have radars, we have buoys, but the only way to find out exactly what's happening in a wall cloud, the eye of a storm. I'm thinking wall cloud. That's a different thing we got to worry about. Is when these hurricane hunters go out and fly through the storms. That was a pretty cool episode. Great catching up with them. You can find that on YouTube, on our audio podcast feed, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever is your choice. That interview is currently out, and again, we'll have a Sunday night extra dropping tomorrow to announce an upcoming event with the National Weather Service that you'll all be able to participate in. Really looking forward to that at the end of the month. So hopefully you all get a chance to see some sun this weekend. Depending on where you are, you might be getting more of it or less of it. And really appreciate you guys checking us out here. Matter of fact, I mentioned I'm using a new tool, clearly on mobile. Let's see. Oh, look at this. I can put your comments on the screen. There's Beverly's observation, 55.8 degrees there in Clover. So that's pretty cool. This is a tool that I've used on my computer, but never on my phone before. So you guys are playing with it in real time with me. So appreciate all those comments and those observations that I can go ahead and put right there on the screen. So cool to have this conversation, this opportunity with you guys. I'll leave it here for now. It's, of course, about Saturday, 4 o'clock, and I'm hoping we get as much sun today and tomorrow as possible. Beverly, Linda, to all of you, thanks so much for being a part of this Saturday afternoon check-in. Thanks for liking and subscribing and following us here on the Carolina Weather Group. I hope you get some sun. Hope you have a great weekend. Talk to you again real soon.